Why did the kombucha go to the party? Because it was a fun guy. Now that we've had our laugh, let's dive into the fascinating world of kombucha. This magical brew is a fermented, slightly alcoholic, lightly effervescent delight, typically crafted from sweetened black or green tea. Known for its unique taste and purported health benefits, kombucha has been bubbling its way into the hearts and stomachs of many around the world. Whether you're a seasoned kombucha drinker or a curious newbie, stick around as we explore how this magical brew is made, both in factories and at home. In this episode of Factory versus Homemade by STBL Media, remember to stay until the end because, like all of our Factory versus Homemade episodes, at the end is a quick and easy to follow homemade recipe for the product of that video's discussion, in this case kombucha. Ever wondered how your store-bought kombucha comes to be? Let's take a virtual tour. In the vast expanse of a kombucha factory, the process begins with large fermentation tanks. These giants are filled with sweetened tea, where the magic of fermentation happens. Now, these aren't your everyday tea parties. These tanks are meticulously controlled environments, ensuring the temperature and pH levels are just right to encourage the growth of beneficial bacteria and yeast. You see, consistency is the name of the game in these factories. Every bottle of kombucha you pick off the shelf is a testament to this precise process, offering the same taste, the same fizz, the same experience each time. But of course, kombucha isn't just about the fizz. The variety of flavors you find in store aisles is down to the addition of flavorings post-fermentation. From the exotic ginger lemon to the tangy raspberry, there's a flavor for every palate, yet every rose has its thorn. In the case of factory-made kombucha, it's pasteurization. Yes, it ensures longer shelf life and kills potentially harmful bacteria, but it's a double-edged sword. The heat used in pasteurization may kill off some beneficial bacteria, the very superheroes that make kombucha a health enthusiast's dream. So that's how your favorite kombucha brands do it, but what about making it at home? Is it as complex as the factory process? Roll up your sleeves, folks. We're about to brew some kombucha right in your kitchen. Imagine this: you're the master of your own kombucha universe, a conductor orchestrating the symphony of fermentation. It all begins with a SCOBY, that symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast for the uninitiated. This gelatinous wonder is the heart and soul of your kombucha. Next, we need tea and sugar. The tea provides the base flavor, and the sugar is the fuel for our SCOBY. Like a marathon runner carbo-loading before a big race, our SCOBY needs that sugar to power its fermentation marathon. Now we wait. As time ticks by, the SCOBY consumes the sugar, transforming our sweet tea into a tart, fizzy delight. It's like watching a magic show where the magician is a blob of bacteria and yeast. As the sugar decreases, the taste changes, going from sweet to tart. The beauty of homemade kombucha is the control you have. Want a sweeter brew? Ferment for less time. Love that vinegary kick? Let it ferment longer. You're the boss here, but like any boss, you've got responsibilities. You're in charge of keeping everything clean to prevent contamination. And remember, homemade kombucha won't always taste the same. There's a charming unpredictability to it, like a surprise party where the surprise is the flavor of your drink. And there you have it, your very own homemade kombucha. But how do these two methods stack up against each other? It's time for the ultimate kombucha showdown, factory versus homemade. Let's recap, shall we? The factory-made kombucha, it's a consistent brew, always reliable. It's convenient, just pop down to the shops, and there you have it. Plus, it offers a wide variety of flavors. You could try a different one every day for a month and still not get through them all. Now, the homemade version, it's a different story. You get to customize your brew exactly to your liking. Want it sweeter? Add more sugar, like it tangy, let it ferment a bit longer. It's also a more economical choice. Plus, there's the potential for more health benefits, given you control what goes in your brew. But remember, it requires a bit of time and care. It's not quite as simple as popping the kettle on for a cuppa. So, whether you prefer the convenience of the factory-made kombucha or the customizability and hands-on experience of the homemade version, there's a brew out there for everyone. Fancy making your own kombucha? Here's a quick recipe to get you started. First, brew your favorite tea and add sugar while it's still hot. Let it cool down, then introduce your SCOBY and some starter tea. Now, the magic begins. Let it ferment for about a week. After that, it's time to bottle up your brew and let it rest for a few more days for that extra fizz. And there you have it, your own homemade kombucha. Remember to subscribe if you enjoy our content and hit the like button so more people can see and learn that it's not just a drink, it's a labor of love. Happy brewing.